Hey, this is Afton. Welcome to the Midlife Style School, the podcast for women who want to elevate their personal style and life after 40. I'm your hostess, Afton Porter, certified life coach and fashion stylist. In this show, we'll provide simple tricks and practices that will help take the stress out of getting dressed in the morning, so you can start each day feeling empowered, confident, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. Let's go. Hey. We have a new podcast name. It's no longer Style Guide Society, though that is the name of my business still. I really wanted to focus in on the Midlife Style School because that is the name of my group style coaching program. Some of you are probably in there and some of you will be in there, but it's the group of women I want to focus on the most. Now, if you're younger, you are going to get some great value from this podcast still, and I appreciate and love that you listen and tune in to this podcast. But I have felt called to really nail in and tune in to women in midlife. And I'm going to go through some reasons here in a minute. But I do want to share my own personal story in life after 40. I truly believe that because it was such a literally life-changing experience for me, and as I get to coach and speak to other women who are in midlife, which I'm talking about 40 and over, there are some big changes that us women get to experience in this life that happens as we get older. Sometimes it's a career change. Sometimes it's a divorce or a marriage or empty nesters, or now you're caring for your elderly parents. I mean, the list goes on and on. You women are amazing and you have a heart of gold and you're always serving and looking out for those that you love. Sometimes you neglect yourself and are hard on yourself and limit yourself by what you think you're capable of and what you actually have the capacity to do. And I want to be here for you to help you remember how you are never too old to go after your dreams, follow your passions, take care of yourself, and that you can look beautiful at any age, at any size, in any circumstance, and that you can love who you are. So, a little backstory about me. Probably heard bits and pieces of my life. I have always loved fashion. As a little girl, in high school, anytime I had an opportunity that I could take a fashion class, I took it. So I was able to major in fashion merchandising and minor in marketing, which I still use today, and went on to get my dream job right out of college working for CK Jeans. And I covered Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of Texas. But what ended up happening is I worked in the fashion industry. And then after I got married and had children, that I ended up staying home and raising my beautiful babies. Loved it. I still love it. But it is hard. It's hard. And I was lucky to get a shower most days. I homeschooled my children. I still homeschooled my two youngest. And it was always kids, cooking, cleaning, washing, children, diapers, like I had kids in diapers forever. I don't think I ever woke up not tired until my baby was 5, like being exhausted. And I lost my passion for my clothes. I just was happy to have a clean shirt on. As my children were getting older, I started my fashion blog because I started waking up out of the mom fog, started making different decisions about some of the religious views that I had growing up. I had been raised in a certain church that had very strict clothes that you were supposed to wear. It didn't really matter until you were married. And when you were married, you could only wear, you had to have a sleeve, you had to wear clothes below your knees. And I followed that. I didn't get to wear the clothes that I wanted to wear, the clothes that I really wanted to wear, that I longed to wear, that I thought were so pretty. And I couldn't wear them. It was fine. But then it didn't really matter what I wore. If I couldn't wear what I really wanted to wear and what I loved, it just didn't matter. And I started becoming numb to my clothes. And I wasn't excited about my clothes and what I was going to wear. But then when my belief in those teachings and that religion shattered, literally shattered, my life basically turned upside down, and I had to rebuild my life. And what did I believe? Who did I want to be? Who did I want to learn from? What books did I want to read? Who did I want to believe? What did I want to wear? Started opening up this possibility of, wait a minute, I don't have to wear that anymore. Now I get to choose. When this happened, this was like the biggest blessing for me. When I got to sit down and get to decide, what do I really love? Who do I want to be? How do I see myself? What do I believe? And what do I want to wear? These are all like solid foundations. They're truths that we hold near and dear to our heart. And those things matter. They matter in how you show up. And if what you really, truly love and believe doesn't align with how you're living your life, it shows up. We are numbing and not listening and responding to ourselves. And when I had the opportunity to actually listen to myself, that is when I started being excited about clothes again. And I got to have fun. And my body wasn't the same in my 40s as it was in my 20s when I last was able to wear whatever I wanted before I got married. And I had to relearn how I wanted my style to be, what looks best on my 40-year-old body. And I had such a fun time. I had a blast playing with that. And while I was doing that, I started getting excited again in other areas of my life. I was excited to wake up every day. I was excited to share this with other women. I was excited to feel alive again in every way. And it was a really hard year, really hard, solid year when all that went down. I actually was physically sick, but that's for another day. When you ask me why midlife, that's why. I want you to be so excited each and every day that you wake up and you get to go in the closet and see everything that you love and everything in there fits you, and you know how to style it and how to wear it and what colors look beautiful on you that are going to allow you to shine and take care of you first thing in the morning, so that the rest of the day you don't have to think about what you're wearing. You're already set. You are confident in who you are. You're stepping out into the world, following your heart, following what you're being called to do, and you have a passion and a purpose, and you can then not think about you, and you can focus on what you have to do. It's actually when you don't take the time to think about you, whereas you get in your way later in the day. If you take care of you first thing in the morning, you've got all your clothes physically, emotionally, intellectually, you go out there and you are ready to serve, ready to give. As women enter midlife and they experience a unique opportunity to redefine and revive their style by taking the time to create a personal image that reflects who you are, you can show up in your life with more confidence and an elevated sense of self. We are going to explore why it is so important for women to define her personal style in midlife and how it can help you embrace this new season of your life without feeling shallow or like you have to conform to societal standards. Number one, we want advice that speaks to our experience with careers and family and finances. And women in midlife often have different concerns than younger women, such as what discreetly covers aging skin or how to dress for professional success without looking too stuffy, all the way to what it's like to have all of your children move out of your home and having all this extra time or caring for your older elderly parents. This is something very specific that you and I share. Other ages don't have the same point of view. Number two, midlife women have different styles that younger women, we know that the styles of the younger generation are constantly changing. So midlife women need fashion advice specifically tailored to your needs. I understand which trends are appropriate for a more mature look and adopting existing trends to flatter women in her 40s and 50s and beyond. When I first started doing my search in fashion again in my 40s, I just saw a bunch of younger people. And I was like, they look super cute, but I'm not going to wear that. I would have worn that when I was their age, but that's not who I am now. I've outgrown some of those styles and looks, and I'm here to help you have great style that is clothing that you're going to love. Okay, so number three, women in midlife have a wealth of knowledge and experience. As midlife women, we have the benefit of already having years of life experiences behind us. This means that we can use this experience to our advantage when it comes to looking fabulous. We can learn from our past experiences, what works for us and what doesn't, allowing us to create a unique wardrobe that flatters our body type and complexion perfectly. We get to take everything from our last 40, 50 years, 60, and just create a style that we absolutely love, and we get to do that together. Number four, midlife women need more accessible fashion resources. This is kind of what I mentioned earlier. Many fashion resources are geared towards younger women, making them inaccessible for midlife women who may not be as familiar with the current trends or how to shop for clothes in their age range and how to wear trends without trying to look too young. By focusing on providing fashion tips specifically for midlife women, we can help make fashion more accessible without compromising on style or quality. Super important to me. Number 5, fashion isn't just about clothes. It's about self-expression and confidence, which are important at any age, but especially during midlife when we may feel like our best years are behind us. By focusing on fashion tips specifically tailored towards this stage of life, we can help empower each other to embrace our beauty as we enter into the older years with grace and poise. And I want to be a word in your ear to remind you that age is just a number. Doesn't mean anything about what you are capable of achieving. It is not too late to go for your dreams. Am I 48? I think I'm 48 years old. I'm old enough to forget how old I am. I started my style and image consultancy in my 40s. Vera Wang made her first dress in her 40s. And if I was in my 50s, I would still be going strong. I'd still just be starting it. You get to decide what you want to do with your life. Doesn't matter what your age is. All right, number 6. Sometimes us midlife women have lack of confidence in our appearance. And I want to remind you of your beauty. With age comes wisdom, but it also brings changes in our self-perception. Something that may cause midlife women to feel less confident about their appearance than they did when they were younger. By giving you advice tailored specifically for you, we can help boost our confidence by showing how you can look great no matter your age. Sometimes we like to limit ourselves and almost giving ourselves a way out, like, oh, you know what? I'm 48. I'm too old for that. I don't have to worry about that. Not my problem, right? Wrong. We are not too old to create. In fact, this is impact time. Midlife is impact time. It's go time. Like our whole lives have been prepared for these moments. And that's what I want to coach you through and help you. All right. So, but not least, number 7, midlife is an opportunity to reinvent yourself. It's an excellent time for reinvention. Whether you want a new hairstyle or color, dress differently, or try out some daring makeup looks, this all can be achieved by seeking out appropriate advice tailored just for you. And that's just on the surface, right? What we look like on the outside. It goes deep, a lot deeper than that. So when we are reinventing ourselves, we are examining our beliefs and our habits, and we're, really asking ourselves, is this something that I truly believe? Is this something that I want to continue doing? Is this serving me, or is this something that I need to get rid of? We get to do this each and every day. And midlife is a great time to do it because sometimes we get faced with things that we didn't have a choice of, whether you have to go back to work or it's time to retire, whether you're getting married or you're ending a 20-year marriage. We are given lots of opportunities to live life to its fullest, to enjoy every moment that we have left. Our days are numbered. We don't know how much time we have. What do you need to do? And who do you need to become so that you can enjoy and serve with the time that you have left and love to the max capacity? I know you're going to enjoy the new focus that we're going to talk about. I've been slowly adding a lot of things about midlife into the podcast before I made the big change. It's been something on my heart for a while and something that I've been wanting to do at least since January 1st. So it was time. I'm excited for you to continue on our journey. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I want to invite you to join us inside the Midlife Style School. We have style training, weekly style coaching. I do your color analysis. You get to have your makeup made over, your style made over, and we have image coaching calls where you get to really dive in and decide and work on what do you need to do to just develop ourselves more. I believe that as we work on ourselves and our style so that we could just show up in our best possible way. All right. Until next week, think like a style icon. Bye-bye.